One person is on the live. Sorry that I'm having some network issues. I don't know why. I had to start the live all over again. So if you are just joining, let me know who you are. If you want to talk about anything, any question regards armed forces, recruitment, all of that, visa, all those things. Caesar Kim Caesar. Yeah. Caesar, how are you doing? I hope you are not Julius Caesar. Just joking with you. And that's what they call banter. How's it going, bro? Two more persons. So if you're just joining, if you have any questions to ask me about Navy, recruitment, visa, all those things, just ask me here because the next weeks I'll be quite busy. So if you have anything to ask me, ask me. If you cannot ask me, do my best to reply to your comments. Just write me on cv2navy@gmail.com and I'll do my best to respond to you. If it's something personal and you don't want everyone to know about it, write me there. If it's just a general, simple question that, yeah, it might benefit someone, just write in any of the um, videos in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer it. I've been trying to answer all your questions. So, yeah. So, Caesar, where are you from? So, your name sounds kind of Kenyan. Caesar, are you from Kenya? Oh, yeah. Sao Sao. Sao Sao Bafuetu. Oh, it's not Bafuetu. South Africa is Bafuetu. Buana. Sao Sao Buana. I hope I said it right. So, yeah, I said it right. Cheers to me. So, Caesar, how is your application going? Are you just trying to apply or you're already in the pipeline? Were you the one asking me the other time to speak to me privately? I don't know. I gave my email to someone recently. So, like I was saying, those who are joining, if you have any question to ask about the Navy in terms of recruitment, the Army, ask. If I cannot answer it, I'm gonna answer it. Okay. With regards to visas, if I can answer it, I'll answer it. Okay. I'm just trying to share my experience, help anyone out. It's all free. I don't charge any money for it. So don't bother about it. If you want to take it, take it. If you want to take it, fine and good. So yeah, just talking about stuff. Oh, okay, still on hold. But I'm guessing that you guys working on your fitness and all those things. I know guys from Kenya have been pretty much fit. Basically, if you are from Africa or from the Commonwealth, and you are coming to join the army or the armed forces here, probably you should be fit before even joining putting the application. Yeah. You should be fit. It's really nice though. It's really nice. Caesar, what's your run time for the 2.4K? Do you know it? Your run time for the 2.4K. It should. I hope it should be something less than 9 minutes. If it's above 9 minutes, you are no longer my brother from Kenya again, because you know Kenyans are good at running. I remember in CPC we had this Kenyan lad. Funny enough, he's joining us as a chef as well. So we were literally in the same mess together, and he was, I think, he was one of the first in the run. I think he had about, is it 8 minutes or something on the run. So yeah, he was literally flying. So I hope you're also good at running. I know Kenyans, I wouldn't say, or I wouldn't generalize it, but most Kenyans are good at running because of the attitude, all those things. So if you have any questions, just let me know in the comment section. Anything about training, any of your worries, anything you think that is disturbing you. Nah, 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 nah. These are under 10 minutes. Nah, nah, nah. If I can do it under 9 minutes, which I'm guessing you don't weigh more than I do. I weigh about 92, and and that's a lot of muscles. And I don't think you are. I think you are leaner more than me, and you are running under 10 minutes. You should be running it in under 9 minutes. Literally, you should be doing that. They're all the same. As long as you can run it, it's fine. Because in the run they pay it according to age group. So the older you are, the more time you have. So yeah, but you'll be fine. Under 10 minutes, it's nice. But try to get at least 9 minutes. Okay, 9 minutes is nice. 2.4K. Trust me, when you do your run in CPC and the run you will do the RNFT, that's the run you will do in rally, you realize that the run is um you realize that there's a big gap. There's a big gap in terms of time. You realize that you'll be way much more faster in the run in rally because you become more fitter, you training, all those things. You just become naturally fit because of the training you'll be doing. And you just find yourself flying. Trust me, I had a friend, she had in her run in CPC, she told me that she got is it 15 minutes? Because remember CPC they add about 25% of the time so that you can actually pass. But in rally they don't add anything. So she had got about 15 minutes, and on the run here in rally she got the 12:36, which is way fast. Okay. And a big gap, about 2 minutes or so that she chopped off her time. So yeah. No, someone who got 12 minutes and on the run she got 10. So yeah, trust me. Well, Caesar. Yeah, I'll make sure I do it again under 9 minutes. I'm 76. If you're 76, you should be running it in about that, even 8 minutes. Okay, 8 minutes. Funny story. We had a lad, and I think you're not old. So that's not something that you shouldn't be doing. You should be doing it. It's a normal run. Okay. It's not difficult. Okay, it's not difficult. Just that sometimes, yeah, maybe I've not been running or all those things, but yeah, 10 minutes is fine, you pass. But when you do it when you put yourself under that pressure to do it in a lesser time, at the end of the day, you feel good about yourself. I'm not saying it to say that you cannot run or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, okay? I'm just saying that you can do better, okay? You can always do better. Even mine time, I got, is it 8:36 or something? I could do better, okay? which yeah. So yeah, funny story. We had a lad from South Africa. I think he's married. Is about is it about 27? Yeah, and he ran that 2.4 in rally, and he got about I think he got just a little bit shy above 8 minutes. He was one of the first actually, which he's older than me. So he was like I did well, but at the end of the day, deep down I was like, where can this guy pass me? So yeah, I mean, always push yourself to do more. I don't know if there are other people in the life. It's just Caesar who is talking. The other lads just say where you are, where you are from, all the good stuff. You want to chat about anything? Fire down. I'm down for it. So how do you train? That's something also. How do you train? Caesar, how do you train? Um, the library. Welcome to the channel. Yeah. You're asking a question. Hello there. Dave from Kenya. Sao Sao, Buana. Do the UK Army consider experiences while applying? Um, I know there's a place. I don't know how much it matters, but I know there's a place that says if you have served in an army or something like that, there's a place you put it when you're in your application. But I don't know if it really matters with regards to training itself, because at the end of the day, they'll teach you literally everything. Trust me, they teach you everything because at the end of the day, you are joining the army. So if you're in the army, you already know that it's the army. It has to be uniform. Everyone is working towards something and all of that. So they teach you everything, literally from how to wash your clothes to ironing, and literally how to do a press up. Like the normal press ups we do, they'll teach you everything. So yeah, if you have your experience, it's nice because it will help you a lot. Trust me, it will help you a lot in that aspect of military wise. You'll be better off than some of the people in your class or in your division if you are joining the Navy, all of that. So you'll be far more better off. However, if you join, use that experience to help others. Okay, use that experience to help other people. But we had a lad who's also from Kenya. He was in the army in Kenya, the defense force in Kenya, and he was always on point with everything. So he already had that military discipline, all those things, and he was able to help people out when they needed it because not everybody had military experience, all those things. So like helping them out, what do they need help with? He helps them, all those things like that. So yeah. But at the end of the day, they'll teach you everything and something when you join, yeah, they'll ask you about it. If you have some of your DIs or your instructors might ask you about it, but don't make it a big fuss that you have been in the army or things like that because it doesn't help. Trust me, it doesn't help. No one really cares about it at the end of the day, okay? Don't be that guy who kind of don't be that show off that yeah, I was in the army, I know this, like I don't need to do it again. All those things like that. Don't be that guy, okay? At the end of the day, you need to learn. Even if you know it, pretend like you don't know it and do it. Okay. Yeah. Just keep it to yourself. Caesar is asking, I don't remember the last time I ran though, but I will increase my training. Yeah. So, what I would say with regards training, right? If you are lifting weights, like going to the gym, lifting weights, doing all those, anything that has to do with weightlifting, okay, reduce it. If possible, cut it off, okay? Literally cut it off, okay? Trust me, in training, those things don't help you, yeah. They might help you, but they will not help you regards to most of the physical stuff in training. Because you will see someone, if you look at this the special forces, all special forces in all the countries, you don't see them. They are not bulky people. They are not people who are hugely built, like like bodybuilders, because the military is about being adaptable. And I think the library will agree with me. It's not about being the strongest person, it's about being adaptable to your certain situations and things like that. For example, if they say climb a rope, especially those in the Navy, you learn how to climb ropes, all those things in fitness classes, in IMF rather. So if you are that big, it might be a challenge because you weigh a lot. You might not have that upper body strength to pull yourself up or the leg strength, all those things like that. So try as much as possible to do things like body weight exercises, your normal press up, okay, your normal press up, your normal sit up, your normal squats, lunges, all those things that you have been neglecting that are there, they are like childish learning things. Okay, that is what you will be doing actually in the IMF. That's what you will be doing in that IMF. But the IMF will be much more easier if you already know how to do it. Yes, they'll teach you how to do a press up. They consider that you don't know how to do a press up. Okay, they'll teach you everything, and it's based on command. Okay, so they'll teach you all those things. Don't worry about it. But word of advice: don't lift weights, all those things. It might help in things like that more PSLs where you have to carry weight on your back, but they won't really help you long run. So focus on body weight exercises, running, that's focus on cardio and is it aerobics or I don't know, running or whatever. Run, do body weight exercises. You can lift a little if you just want to maintain it. Because trust me, after phase one, no one cares about if you lift. You can lift the whole of the gym. No one cares about it. But during training, you realize that the bigger you are, the more difficult it is. Trust me, I'm big. I'm not that big, but I know I'm big. So yeah. So yeah, just have that at the back of your mind. Um so Caesar, start going for a run, okay? You don't need to run 100 kilometers. You don't need to run 2 kilometers. You don't need to even literally run 500 meters. Start gradually and build yourself up. Gradually and build yourself up gradually. You don't need to run the whole 2.4K at a go. Start maybe run half half kilometer, 1 kilometer and build yourself up. Okay. Uh, Caesar is asking, during the CPC, do you do it in the field? Um, no, you don't do anything in the field in CPC. CPC is different. I think it's different from the army, all those things. So CPC is literally you have. Let me summarize it for you. You have your PowerPoint that they will tell you stuff about the Navy, what the Navy is all about, things you will learn, how to do things in how to polish your shoe, how to iron your kit into A4, all those things. They will kind of give you briefs on how to do it and you actually do it. Then the only thing you are doing outside is literally um the only thing you are doing outside is just the run because they have removed the swim. The only thing you're doing outside is just the run. And also, yeah, you'll be doing matching as well. So they'll kind of give you just make you match around the base. Like they'll teach you how to match. Then when you come to rally, they'll teach you everything. Trust me. If you don't know how to match, if you have two left feet, you will definitely know how to match. Okay, and you do it well. You realize yourself doing it without you even not noticing that you are doing it. Okay, so yeah, they teach you everything. So yeah, that's CPC. There's nothing like outfield activities because even the outfield activities like team building activities, we like related tasks that we had to do in a group, like to rearrange things, communication, all those things like that. But it was not outside; it was in a gym. So yeah, but it depends on where you are doing your CPC actually. So yeah, but and there's no like outfield type of exercise like you might have in the Marines and all those guys. Yeah, their CPC is different. Uh, the library is asking, are you working as an army in the UK? No, I'm in the Navy. I'm not in the army. Yeah, the big boys. We are the big boys. The army is nice, but yeah, we are better. So yeah, I'm in the Navy. I'm not in the army. And uh, funny story: the Navy existed before the Army and the Air Force. So the Navy gave birth to the Army, then the Air Force. So the Air Force is like the baby, while the Army is the granddad. Why the Navy is the granddad, then the Army is the child. So Caesar, I really focus on body weight, but I go to the gym once a week. Yeah, do body weight exercises. Yeah, do body weight exercises. Try as much as possible to use your body in training. Don't try to use extra stuff in training. That's just it. Try as much as possible to use your body. And if you are really struggling with running, okay, what I did in my running is I did a lot of running. Okay, I'm someone who can do long distance running. Is for me, it's very easy than short distance running. Okay, and in the need on the armed forces now, it's more of short distance running more than a long distance running where you have to run, carry a burden on your back and march for God knows where. Okay, so the armed forces is changing. So I'm actually good with long distance rather than short distance. So what I did to help myself to improve on my short distances, I was running literally about 4 times in a week. Okay. So I did my like 5Ks run. Okay. So the idea behind it is don't do just the 2.4. Okay. Do a little bit more than the 2.4. You can do three, you can do four, you can do five. Just try as much as possible to start building up that little endurance. Okay. However, when you are doing that, don't just keep it at that pace. Okay. You can do long runs like 5K. That was what I was doing. And also what I did was I did interval runs. That is I sprint for maybe about 30 seconds and jog for about a minute. Sprint for 30 seconds, jog for a minute. And I will do that for maybe about 4 kilometers or 5 kilometers for a day. That helps me build myself, build my lung capacity, all those things. Actually do a short run at the end of the day. So those are the kind of things that I did. Yeah. Mm, I don't think there's any other question. So yeah, just work on your run. But if you're under 10, you are fine. But just if you can reduce the time, trust me, reduce the time. Try as much as possible that in every run, even if you should reduce the time by just a second, okay, it's massive. It's a big difference. I've seen someone who failed the run in rally because she had, I think, 3 seconds extra on her time and she failed. Okay. No, she had 10 seconds extra on her time, which is literally about, it's not up to 4 steps extra that she could have just been a little bit faster and she would have passed. Okay. So in every run, try as much as possible to reduce your time. It really helps. So if you have any question, guys, just let me know. I think I've answered the questions. Any more questions, clarifications, let me know. Caesar, how is your swim? How is your swim, Caesar? Are you confident in your swim? Or are you a weak swimmer like I was? I can swim now, so I'm not still that of a weak swimmer, so I can swim. How is your swim, Caesar? So, the library, I'm confused on which position I should apply between music field and the tradesman's field. Music field, if you are going, I'll be honest with you, if you're going for music field, you should be able to play an instrument. Okay, because one of the assessments that you will do before you join is actually play an instrument. I'm not talking of playing a drum like we do in Africa, or all those are Afro beats. It's actually like a musical instrument. I have to know how to play maybe a saxophone, a trumpet, a trombone, a clarinet, a flute, something that is, yeah, that is a musical instrument, because you will actually be joining a band. So if you know how to do that, I mean, they'll take it, because you actually be tested on it before you actually join. Okay, so if you know how to do it, you do it. If you don't know anything about music, don't even apply for it. Honestly, don't even apply, because there's no point applying for something when you don't know how to do it in the first place. Because it's like they're already looking for people who can play, then they'll teach you, they'll build on what you already know how to do. So it's like professional music players, kind of. So you said piano. Yeah, if you can play the piano, fine and good. I don't know about piano, but yeah. Yeah, I think piano. I think it's a musical instrument. So yeah, piano. Piano is fine as long as you can play it well. You can like read musical symbols. All those how do they call it? I've forgotten my music. I actually did music some years ago. So if you can read those musical signs, you are fine. Like the a number of beats. If they give you a musical sheet, you can play what is on that sheet. You are fine, because that's what you actually be doing. You actually join a band or something. Yeah, but you need to be an experienced musician or instrument musicalist or whatever they call it. So tradesman is, I think tradesman is a trade that kind of doesn't have that requirements. It's just in like infantry type of thing, but I think it has to do it. I think if you know those guys who like welder things, I think that's what tradesman is about. Let me just check real quick, okay? I think that's what tradesman is about. Let me not say something that I'm not sure of. Let me just cross check real quick. But I think that's what tradesman is about. Kelvin, welcome. Hope you are doing good. Kelvin says hello. I've applied since February, but it keeps rejecting. Yeah, trust me, a lot of people have applied. Okay, you are not the first. I'll be honest with you, you're not the first. What I tell people is when you apply, just keep trying every week and do something with your life. Okay, don't put all of your eggs and hope in one basket. Okay, don't put all of it in one basket, saying that the Navy or the Army or the RAF is the only way to go. Okay, do something else with your life. For myself, I was in uni. I went to uni again. Long story. I had kind of was going for 2 degrees. So I was in the uni doing something else, and I had to, yeah, I applied and and I forgot about it. So let me check that um, tradesman stuff. I think I found something on it. Okay, so tradesman is like a combination of everything, right? It's like a name that they give, it's like a short form name that they give. So it includes things like vehicle mechanic, all those things like that. Vehicle mechanic, recovery mechanic, electrician, all those things in the army. So it's like kind of that. So it's like a general name based on what I'm seeing here. I don't know much about the army. I know more about the navy. So I'm just saying based on what I know. So it's a little bit more like that. Mm, I'm just checking just to clarify what I'm saying, okay? So everybody understands a few keepers goes who are supposed to keep the combatants. So I don't know much about the traits, man. I'll be honest. What I'm seeing here is a bit confused, conflicting. Okay, so you just have to maybe do your research, check on the army website, okay, and see what it's about. Let me just check while I'm answering other questions so that I don't waste time. Um, library, I'll get back to you. CV to Navy, I chose Royal Marines, but from what I've heard, their CPC is a bit challenging. I like to change to CMA spec or Marine Engineering. Caesar. Yeah, you can change. Trust me, you can change. Okay, you can change. It's not a big deal. Okay, you can change. However, certain things need to be in place. Okay. Mm, yeah, the CPC for Marines is tough. Yeah, in the CPC is tough. It's quite tough compared to the Navy. The Navy is very easy. You can do it. Even if you don't train, you can pass it. As long as you put your mind to it and keep going, you will pass the CPC in the Navy. But this Marines is really tough. And I'm saying this based, and there are two ways that you can actually change roles. Okay, I'll just give you a little story. I know of lads from Kenya, and I know of a lad which I was with one of my oppos. He's from Ghana. He was in the Marines. Okay, so he went for CPC for the Marines, passed everything. However, the guy from Ghana I'm talking about, who was one of my oppos in my class, he passed everything, all of that, was ready for training. To start his phase one training in the Marines, he lost weight because he's actually quite thin. He's not a massive or big guy. So he lost some weight and he was like discharged, not discharged, but he was transferred to the Navy now as a medic because he already had his degree in medicine or is it pharmacology or I don't know, but he had a degree in a medical field. So they were just able to take him now since he wasn't able to fit because of the weight requirements, all of those things. Because he could continue with the marine training, start it, but he will lose more weight because it's very tough. A lot of those things, he will lose more weight, and he didn't want to risk it. So he was transferred over to the Navy as a medic. Yeah. But he told me that he will still join the Marines, but he will have to do the All Arms Commando course, which I mean you can do it, but it's really tough as well. So he will do it, get his green beret and not wear the black one like some of us. So yeah. Then the other guys who changed, I think they went for CPC. I think funny enough, they are both in training now. I know them, they are both from Kenya. They all went for CPC from I think about 2 months ago, about 3 months ago actually. Yeah, went for CPC, passed everything, CPC Marines, and later on they said they want to change because they don't think they will be able to come to like cope with the training. Their recruiters were able to look for them a role in the Navy and they were able to change. However, it's not up to you at that point, okay? They will give you your options and then they'll be the ones that will choose based on what they need. Because technically, it just depends on who your recruiter is. Some of them are crazy, some of them are really nice. So one of them, his recruiter told him that he needs to do the whole process again because it's like he's changing everything. But later on, his new recruiter just changed it for him because his visa was about to expire or those things like that and stuff like that. So he was able to change. I think he's joining us in supply chain. So yeah, and he can still work with the Marines because of he's a supply chain, so he can work anywhere. So the other guy, he's also supply chain. His was easy, just his recruiter change it. So at the end of the day, you can, but if you get a complicated recruiter, it will be difficult. But you can do it, okay? You can do it, Caesar. But you need to tell your recruiter early, okay? And you need to change and you need to do all of the stuff that you need for the Navy now. You have to still redo it. In terms of like CPC, if you have already done the CPC for Marines, you have to go back and do the CPC for the Navy. No matter what, you must pass the CPC for the Navy and you must pass the DEA for the. I don't know if you have to do the DEA again, but I think it's the same. I don't know because I think um, I don't think they did the DEA again, but they had to do the CPC for the Navy again. So yeah, both of them they did it and they passed and they got the start date and they are in training now. About I think they should be in their fifth week. So yeah. Um, I can swim well and trade for us. Yeah, it's fine. You'll be fine. You can swim well and trade for us. It's fine. They are set to go. You are set to go. I don't know if anyone has any more questions or anything like that. Any questions, clarifications, all that stuff, just let me know. But Caesar, why do you want to change? You want to change to a C spec. Yeah, the C spec is nice, ME is nice, but ME, you will need to have those qualifications like you need to pass your math, English, and science and pass well in your DEA exams. The DAA need to pass well there as well. C spec is kind of the same, but you don't need those math, English, and science. So any question, guys, just drop it. Anything you want to ask, visa, or those things. Probably you now if you're already in the process, trust me, it's easy. The hurdle that you need to cross is getting a visa. Okay. That's the biggest hurdle. All this stuff of you changing, it doesn't really matter. Okay. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. What matters is you getting that visa, which is like trust me, something else. Caesar is asking, can you update us in future when Navy recruitment is back? Yeah, I will do my best if I know the date. Okay, if I know the date, I will post it or do a video on it and all of that. But as of now, I don't know. Nobody knows. Honestly, nobody knows. It's open always for those from the UK nationals, that is UK citizens and all of that stuff. Dual nationals, yeah, UK citizens, yeah, they're always open for them. The Commonwealth, since a lot of people apply, it's like when there's space, they open it. But I don't think they will make it open as yeah, as before. I don't think they'll make it that open again because a lot of people have applied and they want to take what they can handle. So yeah, just have that at the back of your mind. So what I tell people to do is every week just try and apply. Every week just try and apply. So that if there's space, your application gets in to the queue and it starts to follow the queue. And when it reaches your turn, you will get the email to create your account, portal, all those things. So just try and apply weekly. And when you're applying, apply for um as some of you know, certain roles are open for Commonwealth. Not every role is open in the Navy for Commonwealth because of security reasons, which is very obvious and true. So choose what you know that open for Commonwealth and apply for it. There's no need choosing the wrong role and then you realize that oh, it's not open for Commonwealth. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So yeah, mm, apply for roles that are open for Commonwealth and also top tip. Okay, apply for roles that are in logistics. Things like chef, writer, supply chain. Apply for those roles. ME, yeah, fine and good. It's nice, fast track. But logicians are really needed, especially chefs. Okay. I'm telling you this from like an inside perspective. Okay. So apply for chef. God's branch. So apply chef because the Navy needs chef from what we were told. So it's like people are not applying for chefs because it's like the same job you are doing all the time on ship. It's like there's nothing like really new, exciting about it and all of that. If you are when you're on ship, it's like you cooking the same food all the time, the same portion, all those things. So people get bored of it. So people don't apply for it. People want things that are like exciting and all those things. Like maybe things like Emmy, um, C-spec, all those things that are like kind of exciting. So people don't really apply for chefs or things like that. But I want it. I love cooking. And I also want the qualifications as well. That's why I applied as a chef. I want the qualifications. But supply C-spec, yeah, you get the qualifications, but getting the qualifications and putting them mm, in the civilian world is kind of different. It's difficult to actually find where you can put it in the civilian world. But things like chef or ME or medic, you always be needed in a hospital. You can open a restaurant, you can work in a restaurant, you can work in a company as an engineer and things like that. And people will pick you fast because they know that you are an extra bonus. You have the qualifications, fine and good, but you have been built as a person in terms of discipline, commitment, hard work, all the good skills that the Navy gives you. They are benefiting from it. So you have higher chances of getting a job when you leave the Navy and all those things. Yeah, why not join the Navy? Caesar, is the CPC for Navy same for all roles? Um, yeah, it's the same. Everyone does the same CPC, except for those in the marine guys. They do a different CPC. They have their own thing they do. Have their own thing they do. I don't know about the marines. I wasn't interested in them in the first place. Yeah, but they're really lovely people. Trust me. We had a DI who was a marine. He was a diver in the marine, and later on he became an RMP, that is a Royal Navy Police. So it's really lovely. Most people see the Marines as like strict, hard people, all those things. But no, they're really nice people, unless you piss them off. So don't piss off a Marine. Don't rip your head apart. Yeah, he's really nice though. And funny enough, he was working with things like drugs, all those things, because he was in the RMP, the Navy Police. So yeah, he was telling us things not to do, things like that. Don't get yourself caught in things like drugs. And if you don't know, those of you, if you do take drugs, I'm talking of hard drugs. I'm not talking of your paracetamol that you go and buy in the pharmacy and drink. If you do take hard drugs, stop it before you join, okay? It's fine if you took it and stop it before you join. But if you take it and then, if you take it and you continue taking it while you are in the Navy or the armed forces in general, trust me, the next day you're finding yourself out of the gate. Yeah, that's it. You're out. And yeah, and if it's something serious, you might be prosecuted for it. So it's not worth the risks. Yeah. No, Caesar, you're welcome. Just trying to help out. Let's just give me a minute. Let me check something. There's something that I need to check really fast. Okay, I'll give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. I'm back. So James Awote, your name kind of sounds Nigerian or Ghanaian. I'm guessing you're from one of those countries, though. So welcome. You're asking when you get to the UK, it takes how many days before sickle cell test? So it's like it kind of it fluctuates. I won't give you a definite answer. Okay, it kind of depends on your medicals as well. I'm not a medical person, but I'll share with my experience. I didn't do the sickle cell test in the UK. Okay, so I did mine in Cameroon where I'm from, and I sent it to the UK, and they accepted it. So if your recruiter is telling you that you have to do it in the UK, you will do it in the UK. But mine, I did it and I sent it. So I didn't have to do it again in the UK because I'd already done it and they accepted it. Because the thing is, sometimes you do it and they send it, they don't accept it because they don't trust African systems. So yeah, kind of. I hope you understand. They don't trust it, so you have to do it with their own doctors so that they know that yes, it's authentic and genuine. So those who do it in the UK, it's different person by person. That's why most of the time when you're a recruiter, when you get your visa, they'll tell you to let them know when you are traveling so that they'll book you for your medicals. Okay. I remember I was traveling on a ending of February and my medicals was booked about 2 weeks later on when I came to the UK, about 2 weeks when I arrived the UK, so in about 14 days. So they will book it based on when you are traveling. It might be a week, okay? It might be a month based on also where you are living. Because when you come down, that's why it's good to have a sponsor because they will book it based on where your sponsor is living, the closest hospital or closest clinic based on the where your sponsor is living. So they don't want you to go far to do it. They'll book it based on that. So yeah, you go there, you do your medicals, do all this sickle cell, whatever you're doing there. But mine took about 2 weeks. So it just depends on when you get the visa and the time that you are traveling as well. So the earlier you get the visa and the earlier you travel, the earlier the sickle cell stuff that you have to do. And that's just it. Caesar is asking, you know what Royal Marine CPC comprises of in case my application goes through before I change to another role if lucky. So you see that 2.4K that you are running away from it, you do it twice. Okay, it twice. I'm talking about the fitness part of it. Okay, I think you do that 2.4K twice, and then I'm saying based on what that Ghanaian lad was telling us, they do the 2.4K twice. You do press ups, like press ups, sit ups, and pull ups. That is press ups like you are pressing, like the normal press up we know. Okay. Then the pull ups, you hold the bar, you pull up, come down, you pull up, come down. Then the squats. So you do your squats. You are yeah, do your squats. And that's the fitness. And trust me, it's not as if you will just be doing your own thing there. They actually tell you when to do it and how to do it. So it's like there's a beep. So let me show you. If they say you hear the beep, they'll tell you down, boop, up, boop, down, boop, up, boop, down, boop, up, boop. So it's like you are following the timing of the of what they are telling you. So that's just it. You have to follow that time. I think you have to do is it 55 minimum is 55, I think. Minimum is 55 press ups, and then the sit ups. I don't know if it's 35 or the pull ups. Is it 15 or something? I don't know, but it's something around that range. I don't know. I don't know about the Marines that much. but it's way longer. Their CPC is way longer than a navy. That's why most people kind of change because at the end of the day, you're. I'm not saying that the Marines is not nice, but yeah, you do it with there's a beep. So I'm not saying that the Marines is not nice. It's a great career. Okay, we had that DI who was in the Marines and was told us that it was really exciting traveling the world, seeing places, fighting with other forces, UK, US, Canadian, doing exercises. I mean, it was really nice. He loved it. But also, the training is way longer than than the Navy. I'll tell you the truth. The Navy is way longer than the Navy, and you realize that the level at which you might pick up injuries in the um, marine training is higher compared to the navy because you are it's and basically the infantry of the navy, so you are much more up front, up fighting, up exercising, all those things like that, carrying burdens, all those things, speed matching. It's like normal thing for them. So you need to be at the top of your fitness, and which means that you might pick up an injury real quick. I know of a lad who got an injury, and I think he got an injury, and I think he just had about 2 weeks left to finish his marine training. He's a white lad actually. We were in the same division. I think it was just about 3 weeks ahead of us. He was telling us that he got an injury. He had to leave the Marines and got healed first because it was like the sole of his feet kind of peeled off. You know how your feet is, like because that is your feet. It's the sole is literally peeled off on one of these their speed matching and all those things. So it was like this his skin peeled off his feet because of the fitness and all those things. So he had to leave and then come back, and they was told that he couldn't come out because he would spend so much time outside of the training. So they had to like dismiss him, and he applied for the Navy. And trust me, that guy was just he made everything in the Navy look like child's play in terms of fitness. I'll be honest with you. Even the PTIs, and those who were in charge of the fitness, they told us that he made everything look like child's play. He was literally just smashing everything because he was already very fit. They make sure that you are very fit in the Marines. I won't lie to you. So if you are someone who does not like fitness, you shouldn't even think of the Marines. Okay, don't even think about it because you have to earn that green beret on your head. You have to earn it. It's not given to you. You have to earn it. So that's why even seeing their training, they don't wear the green beret. It's until you finish the is it the last stage of training where you have to carry that burden and walk a long distance in that more. Yeah, that's when you are given it. You remove the little cap you have on your head, then you wear your beret. So yeah, it's something. So yeah. Um, Declan, and I hope you are not Declan Rice, the Arsenal people. So yeah, welcome. How quick was the joining process from when you applied to starting phase one training? Don't ask me that question. You won't like to hear it. So it took me about 2.5 years. Yeah, about 2.5 years. Medicals, security clearance. Yeah, not having the right not having the right, how will I put it? It's not the right scores, but changing roles kind of took 2.5 years. So Declan, it takes longer depending on the role you are choosing. So a lot of things play into it. Okay, yours might take 6 months. I know of someone who I'm with now, a friend. So I'm Kenya. He's took about is it 7 months or something, and he was in. So it just depends on the medicals. Just know that the more issues you have, the longer it will take. The medical, security clearance, all those things. So yeah, it just depends. Um, James, do you get your salary increased after basic training, or remains the same since the armed forces pay increases? Oh, good question. Anything that has to pay, has to do with pay, I like it. So yeah, James. So there's an increase. Okay. So when you join training before, right? It was like your yearly salary is 18 grand. I'm not putting the extra 90 pounds or something on it. Let's just say it's 18 grand when you start training. So you get that 18 grand at first. You get that 18 grand until 6 months in training, or which obviously is when most of the courses is probably when you finish phase two, or when you are like 6 months in the Navy, from their join date to when you are like, yeah. For longer courses, you will get it before. For longer phase two course, you get it before, but generally it's after you finish phase two, the money bumps up to 25. So they have changed it. So actually, you are getting 25 when you joined up. Okay, so all those who are joining up on Monday, okay, rarely there are people joining every day, every Monday. So those are joining up on Monday, they will be put on 25 grand a year. However, those who joined before the change, they are going to calculate that difference of that 25 and that 18 and pay you up from the time you joined till till September, because it's at September when the new pay will, will take place of the 25. So I'm still on the 18. Okay, I'm still on the 18. So it's at September when they will put us up in 25. However, the gap difference, they're going to calculate it and join it and pay it in September. So I'll be placed on the 25 grand pay, which is about 1/8 when you remove tax, and then you get that like areas from when you joined. So, for example, I joined in March. I joined in I joined 3 months ago. Okay, so they are going to, from the time I joined, they are going to increase it. Those 3 months that I joined up to now, they're going to join it all and pay it in September. Then everyone now is on that 25 grand. So those who are in phase two, they are going to join it up and pay it. So yeah, that's just how it works. But those another thing, those increases in pay, if you're leading hand, PO, they are all still the same. They're not all the same thing. They also change as well. So the whole system has changed. But you get that 25 grand, like I explained it. Mm, Clan, I chose WS. Do you know if that's a good one? Trust me, it's it's amazing. Okay, I can tell you about WS because most of my opos are WS. One of my opals that I'm literally sleeping with him when rally starts. He's a WS, and one of my friends, female friends that I got close to, she's also WS. Okay, so I can tell you about WS. It's amazing. Okay, however, in WS, you don't have a lot of choice in it. Okay, so when you joined, you can join as a WS um, submariner or WS surface. So yeah, that's why you need to know when you are joining up as a WS. So they are the ones, I don't know who decides it. I don't know who decides it, but in training in phase one, you'll be told, depending on where the need is, the type of WS you will be. Is it UW, which is underwater warfare, where you'll be with working with the frigates like sonars, looking for submarines or those things, underwater warfare. There are other branches, sub branches within WS you'll be doing. I think there's radar. Um, um, there are a whole lot of them. Okay, in the submarines, it's something else also. There are a whole lot of them. I don't know all of them, so yeah, I'm not as a WS, but I can say that there are a whole lot of them that they will give you. So you'll be given that based on the need. Okay. So it's not as if when you join as WS, you will definitely know that you are going to UW or you are going to maybe Sona or maybe weapons or something like that. You won't know until phase one training, and probably about 2 weeks or 3 weeks before you pass out, they will tell you the role that you are going, the sub role you are going to as a WS, which is really cool. Yeah, trust me, it's really nice. I had one of that, my friend, he didn't really like that which he was given. Some people don't like those that they were given, and you cannot change it. So don't bother about changing it. Okay. Once you're giving it, you're giving it. But however, he realized that that which he was refusing is actually what kind of suits the type of person he is. So trust me, he keeps bragging about it all the time. He says he loves hunting for submarines, so he's a UW. So yeah, he calls himself ultimate warrior because of UW. So yeah, um, yeah. So warfare is really nice. Trust me. Um, any questions? So guys, any questions? Just let me know. Mm, the plan, great. Another question: what is the pay like in HMS while in training? Do you get paid weekly? No, you don't get paid weekly. You get paid at the end of the working month. They let me explain. Okay, you get paid at the end of the last working day of the month. Okay, so if the month ends on a Saturday, let's just say Saturday 31st, you get paid on Friday the 30th. So if the month ends, so the last Friday, you get paid on the last Friday of the month. No matter what, you get paid on that last Friday of the month. It's not a weekly pay, it's a monthly pay. And it also depends on when you join as well. Okay. At the end of the day, you realize that they will all balance up because some of us we joined different days. Like my class, we all joined on the same day in rally, right? However, there were people that their documents were processed before the payday, and people were processed after the payday. So it's like they pay twice in a month. Those who work in the UPO, they were explaining to us that they pay twice in a month. So at the end of the day, you get paid your normal salary and all of that stuff. But if you realize that your salary differs from that of someone else who you joined on the same day, the same rank, all those things, then that's next month yours will increase. Yours will increase. So I remember when I joined, that first month I had about 1,000 because I was emergency tax, about 300 grand left because of emergency tax, all those things. So I had about 1,000, and someone who all joined on the same day, but his documents were processed faster than mine. He got about 1,200 or something. So yeah, that difference, but it all balance up, and then everyone starts getting paid on the same pay all the time. So it all balances. You don't need to worry about that. It's the UPOs people their job, but you could always have your pay slip. You can always check your pay slip, and you get the pay slip at the middle of the month so that you know what you are expecting at middle of the month, yeah, so that you know what you are expecting at the end of the month. So I hope it kind of makes sense. So yeah. Mm, then I started applying. I chose Emmy. I applied as Emmy, but later on changed. I didn't change, but I didn't have the required marks, the required score rather for Emmy, which in a weird way it was good because Emmys. I chose Emmy because I went to a technical school. I did automobile mechanics, so engineering things were not strange to me. Okay, I thought I would just, yeah, it's just change of something from car engines to um uh engines on a ship, on a boat or whatever. So I thought it was the same, but it's not actually. It's more detailed. However, I didn't get the required scores for Emmy, so I had to choose something else. I had chef, logician, writer, C-spec, some other things, but I chose chef because I mean promotion there is faster. I love cooking. Mm, I can transfer from surface to sub and still maintain my rank, all those things and other things like that. Most especially the skills as well. So initially I was ME and then I changed. And yeah, probably most they always tease the MEs that probably you shouldn't be worrying about fixing engine, you should be probably worried about fixing toilets. Toilets that people block. So yeah. So literally MEs they fix everything on the ship. So just not be fixing everything, including toilets, which always blocks all the time. So I was happy that I wasn't fixing toilets. But yeah, Caesar, you inspire us, bro. I'm just trying to be who I am, okay? So yeah, thanks for the compliment. I appreciate it. Just have to keep grinding and keep going. Uh, like I was telling you guys, the problem is not you getting like choosing roles. I'll tell you the honest truth, right? Whatever role you get given, right, take it. Okay. This advice was given to me by a surgeon in the army, and he told me that whatever role he's from Ghana, he told me that whatever role you are given, take it. Okay. He joined as a chef in the army, and he later on transferred and he did supply chain, and he got a degree in supply chain in the army. The army paid for it, even though he paid some of it, but most of it paid by the army. He got a lot of qualifications and he left and he has a well-to-do job now. And he was telling me that whatever role that you are given, take it and work on it. They don't see any role like maybe, yeah, this one is like a useless role, it's less of a role, it's not exciting, all those things like that. If people are doing it, okay, means there's something interesting in it. That's how I see it. I always try to look at the positives in everything. Initially, when I chose the role of chef. People were like, "Oh, why did you choose chef? It's like dead end role. Nobody likes being a chef. You are a guy. What are you doing being a chef? What will you do with the qualifications as a chef? All those type of things." At the end of back of my head, I knew why I was joining as a chef. Most people were like, "I don't like to cook. Or why would I be cooking for many people? I can just be a supply chain, all those things like that. Be a writer, be in the office, all those things like that." However, I chose chef because I know that the qualifications there will help me a lot in the outside world, a lot of it in the outside world. Because literally, you get the qualifications, you can transfer them in the outside world, work as a chef, work as open your own kitchen, open your own work. I mean, funny enough, funny story. I went for CPC and one of the ABs there. She was telling me that she had a friend, they're from St. Vincent, I think. So they were on deployment and they went to somewhere in Saudi Arabia or something. They had like a stuff that they were docking there for some ceremonial stuff. So she's a chef and she had a friend who was a chef. So her friend was kind of, and it was a royalty kind of thing, this princess and whatever in Saudi Arabia there. So she got a job offer from one of the dignitaries there that she should be his private chef. So she told him that he should wait the exchange contacts when she did her service, her mandatory service. I think it's 2 years, she must do 2 years. So when she did it, she left and she went and she's working in Saudi Arabia and the pay is far good. So it opens up opportunities for you, okay? So don't see any role as less of a role. Whatever you're given, take it and work on it. Okay. Mm, yeah. I mean, who doesn't love food? The library, who doesn't love food? Everyone loves food. Okay. Everyone loves food. And fun fact, if people don't like you when you're on ship as a chef, okay, everyone will be your friend because everyone wants an extra piece of food, an extra chicken or an extra sausage because yeah, everyone loves chefs. They may not like you, but they like you because they need extra food. So yeah. Mm, yeah, Caesar. Positive order. We'll go whatever role you are given, okay? Don't be picky. If but however, if you have a choice, they say choose the one you want. But if there's no choice, pick that role and build on it, okay? Pick that role and build on it. Yeah. Well, chef, you don't need any qualification. You don't need any qualification. They teach you everything. They teach you everything. Some roles do need qualifications, like the mechanical roles, all those things, because it's like, yeah. But trust me, they teach you everything. Because even when you are in rally, yeah, there'll be a day that you have to go and talk to one of the uh, officers or maybe a PO or someone who is already in that role and has been there for long, has a lot of experience in that role. So it's like you are going to know more about that role. You do it in CPC, but in rally, it's much more in depth. So you go and talk more about the role and all of that. And as a chef, we went as I'm not a chef, so yeah, so we went to someone to a PO who actually he just left Wadi Down. Wadi Down is where they train chefs. It's like a service place where Army, Army, Navy, and RAF they all train their chefs, their supply chain writers, they all go there. So he was one of the instructors there. Really lovely guy, big guy. He's more big than I am, and he's a chef. So it's not about only women being chefs. Like we think in Africa, that's only women who have to cook. So he was telling us that being a chef is very easy being a chef because it's all about you wanting to do it at the end of the day. That the chances of you failing as a chef is less compared to you having a road accident. Because at the end of the day, he said it's difficult to you to train someone who doesn't want to be a chef because no matter what they want you to make it, okay, they are investing money in you, okay. It's like an investment, like investing money in you, which they want you to do it and they want you to make it. That's why you have to do that mandatory service, which is 2 years to pay back the crown. I mean, you don't want to spend money on someone and then you don't get something back from the person. And you are giving the person qualifications. And most of all, you are paying the person to train the person. Because I mean, from you generally, they start paying you. So you get paid to be trained. Who pays you to train you? No one pays you to train you, but the military does, the Navy does. So yeah. So they everyone in training wants you to make it, especially at DI. So it's something that you need to put in your effort. Okay. Mm, so the library you don't need any grade, don't need any grade. But if you have the qualifications, you can always fast track. Like one of the lasses, she already had a like some national diploma in is it cookery or something. When she goes to ward it down, she just have to show it. They give her a test to see if she can pass with regards to the standards that they require. If she makes it, she will just have to skip some of the training and then just do what they like to be able to do it the Navy's style or the Navy standard, and that's it. So yeah, if you're already a professional chef, trust me, you won't do much. Okay, you won't do much. But if you like some of us who don't have certificates in in being a chef, you have to do everything, which is nice because you learn everything. Mm, Declan, I'm in my medical stage, just waiting for my doctor to send over my PHCR records, and that should be good to go. Yeah, that's nice, Declan. I mean, things are moving on for you. Something you also need to realize is if they are wasting time, call on your doctor. Just be on them so that they can send it. So sometimes the doctors can just be sometimes lazy, especially in the UK. I don't know if Africa, we do our own now, we send it literally. So Africa will also force them, but I mean, you need to push them as well. You need to, make them send it fast. Maybe just call and ask if they have sent it or something. Just make an update or something to actually show that you care. Because if most of the time, most people tell me, those in the UK say, if you don't call and ask them or you don't call and tell them, they might do it at their own time. And at the end of the day, it's your time which is being wasted, not their time. You want to get in as fast as possible and start joining the fleet as fast as possible. So, yeah. Mm, so good. I mean, if your records are there, it's fine. Any question, guys? This has really been an interesting session. Okay, the questions are, yeah, love the questions. I'll be the library says I'll be on it, being a chef, being trained and paid, wish they had available position in that area. I do love cooking. Yeah, it's really nice. It's really, really nice because let me say something, right? This is um currently I'm on holiday, like I'm on base, I'm on holiday, and I'm in an accommodation. Yeah, there's the galley. The galley is like the refuge where you go and eat. And in when you pass out, is on the is you need to pay for your food that you eat. However, since I do know how to cook, even though it's not up to the Navy standard and all those stuff, I cook for myself and I can feed myself. And I realized that I spend less amount of money when I buy my food stuff and cook for myself in the accommodation compared to people who go to the garden and eat there every day. Okay, so it's like an extra bonus. Okay, it's like an extra bonus that you get. Okay, it's not just for yourself, but for others as well. Okay, so yeah, and the food is, I mean, the garlic food is nice, but it's not great. When you join face, when you realize that the food there is crazy. Trust me, when you when you are in rally and you don't go out for about the 6 weeks, when you eat how do they call this stuff? KFC or McDonald's, you realize that the taste is just it's like the best food you've ever eaten in your life. Because the food in rally, it's yeah, the food comes out from your pay. You don't need to pay as you dine in rally in phase one. But yeah, the experience is different. So it's great being a chef. Other roles as well. It's not just being a chef. Other roles have their benefits and all those things. But to me, I just love being a chef. Everyone gets paid to train all that stuff. Mm. So yeah, if you want to apply for a chef, apply for it. I will tell you, apply for it because promotion is faster there. They need chefs all the time. They need chefs. Trust me, because even in the civilian war, people don't really want to be chefs because it's like people consider it like some type of dead end job or something that does not really pay or something that's not really exciting as they want it to be. But at the end of the day, realize that when any role you are joining, or if you are I feel something most people tell me is if you're joining the military for the money, you're in the wrong profession. Okay, it's not about the money. Okay, it's a way of life. Okay, it's not like your Tesco job or your job back at home that you know is just a job you are doing, but somehow you get attached to it. You get to make friends. You get to make friends with people that you probably wouldn't have met. You get to meet people that you may have never met in your life. Probably people that I usually see on TV. I read about them. I've met them already so early in my career. Okay, so it's a way of life. It's not just a job. The military is not just a job. It's a way of life that you actually get to do it. So if you don't like the military life, you're just here for the money. Yeah, fine and good. It's nice if you just want the money, but the money is not the huge amount of money you will make outside. They're better paying jobs than what the Navy pays you. However, if you like the excitement, if you like the adventure, if you like, the subsidies, there are a lot of subsidies that the Navy gives you, okay, in terms of housing. Where I am now, I'm not paying for it, okay, but I can go out, I can do all the stuff, but I'm not paying for the accommodation that I'm in currently now. I'm not paying for it. Other things, there are lots of benefits, discounts that military persons have. So, yeah. Mm, Caesar, are there any recruits in Raleigh doing their CPC right now? They don't do CPC in Raleigh, Caesar. CPC is done in Scotland, Wales, um, and another place. I don't know, somewhere around London or something. The two places that they do CPC, they don't do CPC in Raleigh. Raleigh is only for training. Mind you, Raleigh is not just for phase one training. Also, there are schools that are in Raleigh, like C-Spec is in Raleigh, um, Submarine School is also in Raleigh, some other schools as well, first aid school, all those things like that. There are other schools that they do that they are in Raleigh. So Raleigh is just like, yeah, it's a big school, but most of the time it's the phase ones that dominate because the phase ones are more than those other schools. So yeah, they don't do CPC in Raleigh. No one does CPC in Raleigh. Yeah. So Lance, I don't know if there's any question, anything. I've been talking for about an hour and a half. I'm really enjoying it. So your CPC, though, Caesar, just another thing, they'll book for your CPC based on where you are living. Okay, they'll book for your CPC based on where you are living. So initially, when I got my case, I got my sponsor. He was living in Nottingham, okay, which is kind of up north. So I was booked for the CPC up north in Caledonia. That is like up north in Scotland. So when I changed to a new sponsor, I got, I still had the same CPC there, which I should have changed. They should have changed it, but they told me that it's not a big deal. So I was in Peterborough, so which is far away from from the north. Okay, it's like down, but not south. So it's somewhere around London area. Okay. So they book your CPC based on where you are staying. That's just what I'm trying to say. Okay. So when your sponsor is, that's where you book your CPC, the closest CPC to your sponsor. But Raleigh is not where you do CPC. You don't do any CPC in Raleigh. Raleigh is where you find a lot of cadets, like C cadets, all those stuff. They do their own kind of training in Raleigh. Is there any question? Hmm, we should have about 30 minutes. If there's no question, I'll be here for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I will stop the live. Any question, guys? Anything that you feel like you need to know? So let's have dropped a few videos. So like those who were not here, I've dropped a few videos. The videos, I think the first one is tomorrow about 1836 in the evening. So it's about the visa process, all those things. So you still have a lot of questions, what to do. It's overwhelming. Watch those videos, okay? And watch them fully. Don't skip the video. Then you come back and ask me something I've already mentioned in the video. It doesn't sound fair that I explain something to you in the comment section when I've already done it in the video, okay? It saves me time. And yeah, just check those videos. Not subscribe, subscribe. Caesar, good night. Thanks so much as well. Thanks for the questions and yeah, good luck in your application. Um, the library. I read somewhere that if someone applies a role that it is not mentioned from the roles, it will be rejected. Yeah, it's the army. Yeah, it will be. You only apply for the roles that are mentioned there. It's that simple. Anything else, nah, because they don't need those roles. That's why they give specific roles that they are allowing applications for. If you were asking with regards to the army, there were roles that were supposed to be open, like the paratrooper, all those stuffs that were open for the army. The navy, you can apply for roles that are for Commonwealth. Then, if there's space, you will then be put in and all of that. Want to apply for it, go for it. Library. Want to apply for a chef, just go for it. It's a nice role. So the library, are you currently in the you The Kenyan Defense Force. Are you currently in the Kenyan Defense Force? Oh, okay. So the library, is there any question you want to ask? If there's no question. Uh, okay, fair enough. You don't need to have experience. I don't have any experience in it. I'm also new in the whole thing. That's why I'm sharing experience so that if you want to apply, you know kind of what you are joining in. And especially from a Commonwealth or an African perspective. Because most of the videos that I saw online were like UK lads talking about it, but there was not experiences from someone from Africa which I could relate to. So that's why I started the channel and all of that. So that so that it's easier. So when I talk about stuff you can relate to. I'm training as a chef. So the department is a logician. So in the logistic branch, you have chefs, you have writers, and you have supply chain. Oh, you're welcome, library. Tell me, what's the Navy like? It's everything that you can dream of. That's what I can say. It's what you make of it. Some people tell that the Navy is crap, all of that. People tell the Navy is great. Depends on what you make of it. It's like any job. However, the military life is not, to me, it's not a job. It's a way of life. Okay. So, yeah. The library, are there any job openings in the Navy department? The Navy is not a department. The Navy is a branch. It's a service in the armed forces. But I get what you're saying. I don't know if they're open. Okay, I literally don't know because that's what I've been saying on this life. You don't know. Just apply every week. If it goes through, it goes through. Yeah, sorry, what's off? Sorry, yeah. So what I was saying is, if you could, I don't understand what you mean by resume writing. Okay, I don't know if they would write a resume. I'm guessing this one is talking now. So, like, what I'm saying is, I don't know what resume writing is all about. Okay, if you can explain about it, what it's about, and all of that. The CV. What do you mean CV? You're talking about a CV. You don't write a CV. There's nothing about CV you're writing in the application. There's no way you're writing a CV. I don't know where you got that from, but there's no way you're writing a CV. Yeah, you don't write a CV. Don't write any of that stuff. Literally everything you they need from you, they will tell you what you need on your application. They'll tell you whatever you need in the portal, and none of them included a CV. From what I remember, there was no CV there. Yeah, I'm quite lucky. I just believe and I trust in God when I applied. So trust in God and apply. I don't know if you're a Christian, Muslim, but for me it was, yeah, I trust in God and I applied. You're welcome, library. Like I said, I'm just here to share my experience. If it helps someone, fine and good. I know most people wouldn't share it. Most people will keep the information to themselves. I mean, I cannot do all the jobs in the Navy. I'm just trying to help people out. Because when I was applying, nobody was kind of like guiding me through. No one really had that experience. So yeah, I'm just trying to help out. Yeah, God bless. Thanks for staying though. Um, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know when I'll go live, but if I'm going live, I'll drop it in the post of the YouTube channel, the post section. I'll drop it there. So best thing is you subscribe and turn on your notifications. So when I drop a post, the post, you will be able to know. But you can always ask me any question anytime. Okay, just comment on any of my videos, and yeah, if it's something very personal, let me know. I'll send you my email account. You write me there, and I will help you out the best way I can. I can only do so much. So if you guys have any questions, we'll be ending the live in about 10 minutes. So any last questions before we end the live in 10 minutes? Just get it. Yeah, good night, library. Take care of yourself. Yeah, take care of yourself. And good luck on the visa. If you have any issues with the visa, just let me know and I will do my best to, direct you through it. So, guys, in 5 minutes, I will stop the live. Maybe 3 minutes. So, any last questions? Let me know. Any last burning questions? Just let me know. Which are you talking about? Is it the army or the navy? So in the navy, when you just apply online, choose the role, apply online. If you get accepted, then you get to create the portal, you get to create the account. Yeah, the army thing. Yeah, you need to create an account. To create an account first for the army. Just type go to Google, right? Library, go to Google and you type um UK Navy, UK Navy jobs. Okay. A bunch of them will come up, the Navy website will come up. You go to find a job or find a career, then you will able to sort yourself up there. Guys, I'm ending the live now. Thanks for watching. Okay. Good luck with your application. I know it's sometimes difficult, all this crazy stuff that goes on in the application process and all of that. I've been there, so I know it. Okay. Don't give up. Okay. If you're in a pipeline, don't give up. Those who are still to apply, do something else, apply and wait. Okay. And yeah, see you on the next live. Don't forget to watch the videos, subscribe, and all of that. Cheers.